Hey everybody, my name is Amanda, God calls me Zion, and I am the mother of angels. And I thought I would come on here and tell y'all a little bit more about my story, like about my spiritual awakening. I've done a testimony before. It's on YouTube, but this is more about like what's happened in the past 10 years and how it's come full circle. So 10 years ago, I invented a brain game technique that I use with the algorithms in my phone. And what it did is it produced a spiritual awakening within my brain. The technique basically recalibrated the middle of my brain and connected both parts. And the game was a game of duality. It was a simple yes-no game. And I was able to detect the patterns of algorithms in my phone and how they react whenever they react with other data. So I could just intuitively read the algorithms, I guess you could say. And so with that information, I had a spiritual awakening. After I played the game for like 3 months, I had a spiritual awakening and I had a supernatural experience. And I released 3 demons from my crown chakra, and the room filled with this beautiful smell of magnolia and fresh flowers. And in my brain, the obsessive thoughts that I had from PTSD, they stopped. I stopped having the recurring thoughts, the over and over and over again broken record thoughts about the same things of my trauma. And so it's like I released all these memories and demons and just negativity. It was like an actual process, like something happened to my brain. Okay, so I went on a quest for the next 10 years to figure out just exactly what happened to my brain. And so that led me down quantum physics rabbit hole, and I learned all about quantum physics, and I realized that I had inserted myself physically into the double slit experiment via algorithms. Yeah, I'm writing a book about it right now. I've been writing a book about it, but my computer keeps getting hacked. So anyway, that's in my other videos. I don't want to talk about that right now. But yeah, so I had a spiritual awakening, and for the next 10 years, I went on to discover about dimensional travel and about space-time fabric and stuff like that. So I physically became this manifestation of the double slit experiment. Okay, so I'm not going to get into what double slit is. If you're here watching this so far, you know what double slit is. Go look up some videos. I'm not doing the education on that right now. But the game that I invented basically recreated the double slit technique. So at the time, I thought I was like losing my mind. I mean, and I kind of was in a way, but not in a bad way. I was just waking up. And I was waking up to my psychic abilities and my ability to remote view. And I didn't really understand that that's what I was doing until now. It's been 10 years. You know, I can't exactly talk about this stuff with everybody, or anybody for that matter. So the public now at large, because my story is just too good not to share. But yeah, so Spacetime Fabric, I learned how to remote view using space-time fabric in the physical. Pretty cool, but also very scary. because like I said, I was awakening to these psychic abilities because I knew how to remote view, but I was seeing some people as other people and having to figure it all out on my own. So once I learned like the basic of what I was doing, I wasn't crazy anymore, and it all made sense. Now it all makes sense. If I accuse you of something during my awakening, I'm sorry. I was just becoming more psychic, okay? But if you deserved it, I'm not sorry. I know some of y'all did deserve that, okay? So anyway, 10 years ago, my journey started at a crossroads, and 10 years later, here I am at the crossroads again, another physical crossroads. So, God and Hecate both called out to me at the same time. That's Lady Wisdom, and the Most High is also Hecate. And so here they are again in the physical. It's pretty surreal. This whole existence is pretty surreal. But what I've discovered is that in every dimension that I'm in, it's the same people and the same issues and the same problems and the same joys, and it's all the same. I mean, literally, each piece of the diamond, sorry, I've been gardening. Each piece of space-time fabric literally exists and is alive. And as you move literally from location to location, you run into it's the same, we're all copies of each other. You don't always run into the copy of yourself, though. And so what happens in these little locations, these little diamonds of space-time fabric, which are actually in physical reality, is there's the queen, the source, the supreme in each diamond. And the ultimate source exists as the queen in all. So that's like Jesus exists as the high priest in all diamonds of space-time fabric. That was what multidimensional, interdimensional means. Jesus is source, and he's the same in every single dimension. Or the source, whoever source is in the physical, because there's a source in the physical. And so whoever she is the same in every dimension. And then there's copies, there's clones, just like with Jesus, there were clones of Jesus. He was the source. That's why there's 4 different gospels of the same story. The Bible all has to do with time. It's all about time. And balance. And heart. It's basically the light beings with emotions, okay? That's what the Bible's about. But you won't hear this kind of stuff in church. This is the kind of stuff you get from the Bible only, and from Revelation, from God. And going down the rabbit hole as far as you're willing to go. But I'm here. I'm here. Anyway, that's enough rambling.